Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Authentic Podcast with Justin Doulard. And thank you for tuning in to another episode. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Another genuine conversation with a unique individual. It's time!
All right. Good evening, everybody. It is 9:40 at night. Got Mom, a.k.a. Dr. Toni Hale, with us.
That's right.
And Lindsay. We... no introduction for Lindsay. Just the hook 'em horns, right?
Yes.
We just moved, unpacked, which is one of the most unfun things you can do. And now we're having a couple beers and watching the Texas Longhorns play. Lindsay's not watching the Longhorns play. No, she is. Okay, so we are going to do an interesting segment. One of Lindsay's favorite books we bought. Lindsay, where did we buy this at? We have to. So Mom and Lindsay have to share a microphone because we only have got two. So if you hear some passing around, that's what it's going to be. But
we bought it from Urban Outfitters
in Tulsa.
So for a whopping like $10, greatest purchase ever.
Yes, it was $9.95. You're correct. We were in Tulsa, went to Urban Outfitters looking around, and then Lindsay's like, we should buy this book. It's called The Book of Questions by Gregory Stock, PhD. I
actually kept this book, and while we browsed around the store, I asked Justin questions in it, and I think he basically was like, are we leaving without this book? Or are we leaving with this book? You need to make a decision. So that's how we ended up with the book.
There's like 300 questions, and I think you asked me like 20, so we already did a good percentage of it. But so this is one of Lindsay's favorite things to do is pull this book at random times at anything. I'll be brushing my teeth. She's like, hey, you want to answer a question? And I say we should do one or two at a time, but she wants to do like 15 in a row. So it's really fun. It asks intriguing, in-depth questions. So we thought it would be a fun one to do with Mom, especially since Mom is also a PhD.
Holla.
For the record, I want to hear if anyone else thinks that you sound like the woman off Crime Junkies. So Ashley Flowers is what
Ashley Flowers.
Says. So if anyone
maybe a
this,
southern
know, like
Oklahoma version.
Southern Ashley Flowers.
I guess so.
It was mainly the whisper. Lindsay, are you going to start us off? Okay. So
does everyone know who Lindsay is though? Because you haven't really introduced her.
Everyone should know who Lindsay. I did I? Did I
you
not?
just called her Lindsay, so
I think everyone just knows. I mean, we've been together 8 years, but Lindsay is my wife. She's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lindsay works from home now, and she really loves it. So
yeah.
I don't sell Monate.
She does not sell Monate for now, but that may change. So
no multi-level marketing.
Gotta hustle. Okay, so book of about 280-ish questions. They're pretty in depth. So I think we're just gonna. Lindsay likes to just skip around. I think we're just gonna pass around. So Lindsay, here you go, and you can ask Mom, and then you can ask me, or however you want to do it. So Lindsay loves to flip through it randomly and pick one. So
all right, Tone. Would you get a tattoo the size of a dinner plate if you knew it would somehow save the lives of a busload of innocent tourists who'd otherwise die? If so, what tattoo design and location would you select?
The size of a dinner plate to save 100 tourists.
Innocent tourists.
Innocent. What? Where are they touring?
Doesn't say.
Okay. Yes.
What tattoo and what design?
I would probably get a dream catcher across my back.
A big dream catcher.
Just because I kind of have that, the headdress and the native vibe, and my stomach is not as shapely as.
Make sure you keep your mic.
Oh, okay. My stomach is not as shapely as it used to be. So, and my leg's not as big as a dinner plate. So I put on my back, and probably a dream catcher to save those 100 people. And I would hope that that wasn't the only thing that could save their life. But if it could, then yeah. I mean, I'm old enough that that's okay. So Justin, I think he has to answer now.
Now, Lindsay, go ahead and ask me one now, and then we'll pass it to Mom.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Lindsay can ask too.
Would you do something boring?
Really loud.
Would you do something boring and unsatisfying, say cleaning toilets, for 5 years if you knew it would bring you contentment and inner peace for the rest of your life?
So I clean toilets, for example, for 5 years, and then I have peace and contentment.
Something
forever.
along the lines of cleaning toilets that is boring and unsatisfying, and it would bring you inner peace for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I would not want to clean toilets if I had to. Like, most people do not like mowing the lawn. I love mowing the lawn. So if I could mow the lawn for 5 years, I'd mow it for 20 years. I'd be happy. But yeah, I would. Yes, I would.
If not, how long would you be willing to do it?
That is not something I answer because I would. I would do it for 5 years.
Boom, you're correct.
Okay, so now Mom can ask Lindsay, and then I.
Okay, I just want to say I've done crap like that for 5 years, and I still don't.
You don't have inner peace?
I haven't achieved that inner peace and contentment, so that's a no-brainer.
Wow. Dang.
You know, I mean,
That's a little too deep right there. You still don't have inner peace?
it's just a bargain.
You don't have
5
peace
years of cleaning toilets. Hell, I've done that. I feel like
You're not at peace?
inner peace and contentment.
You don't clean toilets for 5 years. You clean a toilet once a week,
Okay.
maybe.
All I'm saying is I think it's a bargain. I think.
I agree.
Okay, so I'm going to start, I guess, with Justin. Then I'm going to ask Lindsay the same question.
No, you do different ones.
Okay, so
Or we
Justin.
could do the same ones answer, I guess. Different
Okay,
questions.
Justin, if you could travel into the past but not return, would you?
Travel in the past and not return.
And not return. So you have to go back to the past time, but you couldn't come back. Would you?
I would not do that.
Oh,
I want to go back, but I want to come back too. So
to a pandemic and racial tension
Yeah.
and
yeah, I mean, not those. I don't want to come back to those. You're naming all the negative things. There's a lot of good things going on for me right now.
Just
I
the-
love life. I love it. I mean, those
just-
are not good, but
all you guys have is like the internet.
I got you and Lindsay and the rest of the family. I mean,
Okay, well, Lindsay.
I'm coming back. So
So you would not go back to an era if you and just stay there.
no,
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I
Well,
would- there's
that
things
brings
I
the
li-
second half of the question.
You can't. Yeah. No, I would not.
Okay.
I love where I'm at right now.
You like 2020.
No, but 2020 will pass. 2020 will go away, hopefully.
Okay.
I want to. So I guess you would.
Uh,
70s. Well, hold on. We're not going to go too far deep in this seriously, but
Yeah.
I think things are better.
I think
in
I
the
would go
20s
in
than
this-
they were in like.
I would go to the
70s and
60, late 60s.
So you think like the way stuff is now, the 60s were like 20 times worse. You couldn't even vote in the 60s. You want to go back and not be able to vote?
Me?
Yeah, or go to college?
Yeah, I could vote.
No, you couldn't.
In
Wait.
the 60s?
Are you sure? When could women vote? The 50s? So I'm a little
The
off?
30s, Granny could
No.
vote. Yeah, it's called the suffragist movement.
There was still suppression in the 60s.
There was still oppression of African American people, but that was during
And
the civil
women
rights.
too, right?
Pay wage and birth control, but that was kind of on the cusp of where those women accomplished at least birth control. Pay wage is still, or equal pay is still a problem, but yeah,
Well, you know what? I'm not going back. I hope you enjoy it.
we could, yeah.
Now it's time
So,
for Lindsay's question.
It's Lindsay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going back.
Okay.
You could ask her.
Oh, Linz. This is fun. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Since being deprived of the internet would be viewed by many as serious punishment,
True.
do you think it is right to give internet access to those in prison who are ostensibly being punished for a serious crime they've committed?
First of all, I don't think that being deprived of the internet is a punishment. That's a luxury. Your parents can take that away. I don't feel like if I didn't have that, I would be punished.
Okay.
But I also grew up not really having it either. But for people in prison, I think that there needs to be reform of some sort to give them a higher purpose. I don't think that they should just sit in their cube and just dwell on mistakes that they made. Not every person that committed a crime is a bad person. Do I think that they should be able to be open to browsing whatever? Maybe not. But I also don't think that they should have to sit there and rot away and think about what they did when no one's really giving them a chance to make themselves better. They're just letting them literally keep repeating the cycle because it gains people money.
So is that internet or no internet?
I don't think the internet would be bad, but I'd also, there's certain things I agree with and don't agree with. I don't think they should be getting on eBay and buying things, but, I think that they should at least be in tune with kind of what's going on in the world. Like, whenever they do get released, they know nothing. Like, some people don't even know how a cell phone works, you know what I mean? So I think they're being set up for failure with certain things by not being able to know what's going on.
Random fact. That was good, but random fact. There was a guy I went to school with. I believe he was in prison, not jail, and he took a selfie in jail. He put it on his Facebook. He was definitely in prison or jail.
But I think that's what she's saying. If it's something that leads to
it was a smartphone
productivity, or
I don't disagree. I just never thought I would see someone upload a selfie in prison.
Mm-hmm, because I know people that don't leave their house if they can stay on social media. So it's kind of like there's really not a punitive section to that, but at the same time, yeah.
They're not becoming better citizens.
But smartphones are pretty.
It would be like going to school. Like you could get on the computer at school, but they block Facebook and stuff. Remember that?
Yes, you're right. Firewalls.
Interesting.
Yeah. Facebook and things like that. But
yeah.
I still think they should know what's going on.
They're so sweet.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. That was the boring and unsatisfying question I went to. I don't like skipping questions. This one's kind of a lame one, but I'm just gonna go with it. Lindsay, would you be willing to go to a slaughterhouse and kill a cow?
Absolutely not.
Do you eat meat?
Yes.
That's all the question says.
Really?
I don't like that question. That's it. So
thank you for that question.
Yeah. That was not good. I didn't like that one. This is weird.
Can I answer another one?
No.
Oh.
Well, we'll bounce around.
May I extend on the question?
No. I got a new one for you.
Oh, okay.
Oh God. This one's complex. This one's definitely pretty. Okay.
Okay.
You are offered $5 million to play a variant of Russian roulette.
Okay.
Before you are 10 pistols, one loaded, sitting on the table.
Okay.
You must pick a pistol, point it at your forehead, and pull the trigger. If you walk away, you do so a multi-millionaire. Would you take the shot? So this is a variant Russian roulette, not traditional one.
Right.
You got 10 pistols, one's fully loaded.
Right.
Okay.
No.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Obviously. If I didn't have kids or a family or like obligations,
yeah.
It probably wouldn't be that big a deal. But yeah, I mean, money doesn't.
Yeah.
I
agree.
I know. There's nothing that I really want or need, so
it'd be kind of cryptic for someone to answer yes to that one. So.
I think some people would like to have things. I'm not a thing person. I'm a people person. So, yeah.
I think was it Lindsay's turn?
I mean, I would shoot at someone else for it if I get to pick. Who
Don't
it
incriminate
was.
yourself.
Okay. It's
Can I have 9 loaded pistols in my name at some person?
not just a rando.
All right, Justin. I've asked you this one before.
Okay. Let the people hear it.
Which would be worse? Being naked in public, getting spit on by strangers, arrested for shoplifting, throwing up on someone at dinner, or begging on the street?
Okay, that's a lot. I do remember this one, but it's naked, stealing, throwing up on someone at dinner, being spit on. Okay.
Or begging on the street.
Or begging on the street. Man, I'm probably going to say being naked in the street.
Okay.
So, well, I don't know.
Nope, the decision has been made.
Okay, hold on. The arrested for shoplifting is hard because I don't think I've ever really stolen anything, and I mean that would be embarrassing, I guess. But if you did it, you kind of did it to yourself. You can't really control being spit on, or huh? No good. What? Oh,
I feel like your mom has said you've stole before.
Have I stolen? Oh God, I have stolen.
I was
gonna
say.
Thanks for ratting me out.
Justin,
Okay, I have
the one
stolen
time I
some
have
petty
known you
things.
to. It wasn't. It was actually. It was
I'm,
one
I'm,
time that I knew that
I'm
you
enjoying
stole.
one of those right now. A little better, but
It was the one time I knew that he stole, but it wasn't from a store.
Was it the skate house guy?
it was the
yeah, it was-
skate house guy.
he-
My buddy Dusty Four now.
He jacked some beer that had been on the porch all summer, so it was like 1,000 degrees.
So I was lying. I am indeed a thief. I wasn't so much embarrassed because I still don't think that was that big of a deal. I know it was as a fifth grader, but I was more upset that I got my phone taken away for 3 weeks and couldn't go to the skate house.
in skate house.
Yeah, no, it wasn't an Nokia. It was something better, and that was back in the honeys were blowing up the landline too. There was a house phone.
Let's not get sidetracked.
Okay, you know what? Stealing, since I'm experienced, wasn't that bad. I just got my phone taken away. It wasn't that bad, so I'm still going naked in the street.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay, Tone.
Ooh, I like that look. You gonna skip that one?
Yeah.
No.
Sure.
Skip if you need.
No. Why will be? Okay.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I want y'all to hurry up. Sorry.
She's trying to say me.
If you had the power to go any distance into the future and return a year later with whatever knowledge you could obtain during your visit, would you?
If I had the ability to go into the future, and any distance, and return with the knowledge I have now, or that I could get and bring it back, would I? Yeah.
What might that education be worth to you, and would you portray it onto others?
Well, obviously COVID-19, so I think going ahead and getting information about that, just because I see so many people that are physically vulnerable, and also it's taking an emotional toll on our elders and kids in school and socialization, which is a huge part of what we do. So I guess I would go probably up about 5 years, maybe 7, and bring it back. And yeah, I'd do that. But I hope I don't age and come back the same. I hope I can bounce back to, but yeah. So,
Okay.
good question. Okay. Lindsay? When you do something ridiculous, how much does it bother you to have other people notice it and laugh at you?
I don't like to be the center of attention, so it bothers me quite a bit. And I start picking at my fingers, like I'm doing right now.
That's true.
Okay, so what's the funniest thing about you?
Well, how long do you have? The funniest thing about me... Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty funny, I think. Yeah, I don't know. My personality, I guess. I don't know. Do you get to say?
May I? I think it's the way you take words,
Yeah.
2 different words that kind of are relative to one thing, and you merge them together. Like a pedicure. So it makes sense, but it also is ridiculous. So
That's true.
I love that. Okay, may I do another one? Okay, Justin,
Yep, it's my turn.
I'm going to ask you.
The same question?
No.
Okay.
What are the most important things, excluding children, you brought into the world that would not exist without you?
I've brought into the world?
Mm-hmm.
You're what? No, that doesn't make sense.
It says, what are the most important things you brought into the world that would not exist without you?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't know that I've brought anything myself. I feel like I've done some stuff. I don't know.
How about this podcast?
That's true.
Compassion for other people.
Yeah, I mean, I do love helping people when I can.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people do that, but I guess I would say I'd like to try and help people when they're down on their luck.
I was thinking of the guy with the shoes.
Thomas?
I don't know his name, but yeah.
I do. We were friends on Facebook for a while. I think
Yeah.
he deactivated it.
Well, he
deleted you. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
think he got on there like once every 4 years at the public library, but
I mean, he may be a famous musician by now, and that
Hey.
wouldn't have existed had you not bought his shoes and lunch and given him some
he said
hope
he used to play guitar and do
with Keith Urban.
drugs with
Mhm.
Keith Urban in Nashville. And he named his wife's nickname, which I didn't know. And
Oh.
I didn't know Keith Urban was bad on drugs. And Lindsay was like, that is true. I was
Yeah.
like, interesting.
He was. He
Yeah.
was.
So, well,
Mhm.
Thomas was too. So.
Yeah. So that's a
Okay.
good one. Okay. You want to ask one for? These are fun.
These are. Lindsay loves this book, so I do too.
Why just asking me a question?
Okay, this is pretty relative. What year did we put your hand down? What year did we buy this book? 16?
When we still
15?
lived in Tulsa.
14, 15?
Yeah.
Okay. If ads could be tailored so effectively to your personal desires and concerns that they'd be nearly irresistible, would you want to ban them? Would you buy special high-tech sunglasses that screened out billboards and other advertising to leave a pristine visual landscape?
Heck, I don't know, because if I didn't, I'd have 80 dogs, like 80 cats. I don't think I'd be that dramatic about it, but no, that's too much.
All no's.
All knows, yeah,
Okay.
it's way too much.
So sponsored ads are kind of annoying, but they're not going anywhere. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes I like them because if you I don't know, Google what if you Google cheap sunglasses, you will definitely get some sponsored ads with. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Hey, Mom, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Toni, if a technological breakthrough could enable people to travel as quickly and cheaply across the world as they now do between adjacent cities, but at the price of 500,000 deaths a year,
Oh.
would you want the technology developed? That's a weird. That's
So my
people,
ability to
people
travel at
travel
a
as quickly and cheaply across the world as you would from city to city,
Mm-hmm.
but it costs 500,000 deaths a year.
Okay. Well,
So
you
you
could
could
equate that to the economy and how, like, now that right now things are a lot cheaper, but I'm sure there's a lot of people in areas that we'd like to go visit in
Mhm.
countries that are beautiful, but they depend on, tourism and whatnot. And I'm not saying they're like directly dying. I mean, I don't know, but I think I'd rather pay the actual price.
No deaths.
Yeah, because
Half
Yeah.
a million deaths. That's a lot.
that's a lot, and it's almost like I wouldn't be going there to do anything other than to look around, and I don't know. It just
Maybe a
doesn't seem
tourist.
worth it
Yeah.
for that.
That's fair.
So I mean, I like a good travel zoo deal.
Good travel zoo.
I like
Good Groupon.
a travel zoo top 20 or a Groupon vacation, but I don't know that that's costing lives. So
Good
no.
answer. Good answer.
Thank you.
Also, be a pretty morbid one if someone said yes to that. 500,000 deaths. So.
All right. Pooh. If a wonderful, now dead relative had actually been a child molester, or your fondly remembered, now departed father had been a thief and a fraud, would you want to know?
I want you to repeat that for me, please.
If a wonderful, now dead relative had actually been a child molester, or your fondly remembered, now departed father had been a thief and a fraud, would you want to know?
Yeah.
If so, why?
It happened. I don't know if I have a good answer to that. I just like to know things. I just want to know them. So, I guess if it happened, it happened. You can't really take it away. I mean, and maybe you could see things in a different light that you didn't see before, and maybe, I don't know, help if you think maybe those people you knew, they thought that they took care of and they wronged, maybe you could be like, I did not know that, so maybe I could be a little more sympathetic or comforting, be like, hey, I did not know this was going on, so that was my dad or my, cousin or something, family member. Yeah, so I would want to know, maybe so I could make amends on their behalf. But I'm sorry.
All right, Tone. Have you ever disliked someone for being luckier or more successful than you?
Honest. Yeah.
I think everyone has to say yeah to that. I think if not, you're lying.
Yeah. I wouldn't say like dislike, like bad vibes, but yeah. No further comments.
Yep. Those are good sometimes.
Yeah, I'll leave that at that. Okay, so. Oh, this is a pretty good one.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Justin?
All right.
Okay. Oh, wait. No, there's two of them.
I can do two. Too much.
Okay. So your 12-year-old daughter.
Okay, 12-year-old daughter.
Hacks into a corporate database.
Database.
And causes $1 million worth of damage. No, this is his daughter, not mine. When caught, she tearfully says it was just a prank, and she had no idea she'd caused such damage. How should she be punished?
I think if you cause $1 million in damages, that's not a prank, and you're doing something pretty serious. Or you're a genius and you didn't know it. So I think that's the 12-year-old's pretty smart, especially with today's technology. So I'm going to say you knew what you were doing, and that's.
Okay, so how should your daughter be punished for that? That's a severe crime, you said, and
what did it do? I don't know, Mom. You would maybe know the answer to more of this because, like, do kids go to juvie for like white collar crimes? I don't think that exists, right?
You almost went to juvie for the text message charges when you were 5.
Yeah,
I almost got sold by my father for my cell phone bill when I was 13 because it was like $500.
No, what I'm saying is like, okay,
no,
but one example of that might be.
What do you do?
Yeah, but it's a corporation, so
Jesus Christ.
She's hacked in. Your daughter's hacked in. Like, what should be her punishment? Should she go to juvie,
I'm
should
I'm gonna switch it up and pretend to be a lawyer for my daughter here.
Okay.
If you're 12 and you cause $1 million in corporate damage,
yeah,
they should applaud her because she's smart. Get this girl a job right now.
You better hope you can sell that. Yeah.
I don't know. That's hard.
So is that her punishment to get a job at 12 as a corporate?
Maybe
like what's his name? The Facebook guy, Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, like Mark.
What can you do to punish a 12-year-old? Like legally, there's only so much you can do, right?
Seriously?
Yeah. 12-year-olds cannot go to jail. I think you have to be like 15 at least.
13-year-olds have gone to prison, but it's
Where?
more for like murder. Really?
Murder's different.
Okay, violent crimes. So it's just money, is what you're saying.
Plus, they don't put them in prison. They put them in juvie until they're 18, right?
Actually, that's not true. Young people have been charged as adults, been in prison since they're 13. Mm-hmm.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, there's a documentary on it. They just
what's it called?
Kids in Jail, or
is it really called Kids in Jail?
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting.
But they just had
put them with adults.
Yeah, they just had a new ruling, and so now all of these young people can go back and have a new hearing, but all the ones in the documentary, they didn't reverse the sentence, so they've been in prison since they were shocking and heinous crimes. So
yeah, the computer.
I don't know if your daughter costing a corporation $1 million, but I do think that she should be. She gets a job. Lindsay, what would you?
Nope. You next. I'm done with the questions.
Okay.
So, hire the girl.
Hire the girl.
Oh yeah, what would you?
Electric chair.
Huh?
Electric chair.
Electric chair? Okay. Wow. It was like even the most heinous murderers don't get the electric
That's
chair.
it. Electric chair.
This is good.
I can't wait.
You kind of do this already, so it should be a no-brainer. But
This is
for $30,000, would you go 2 months without washing, brushing your teeth, shampooing, or deodorant? Assume you can't tell anyone why. 30 G's, 2 months.
I'm upset that you say that I do that right now.
Obviously, there's a little humor in that.
For 2 months, $30,000.
60 days, 30 grand.
It seems like such a simple thing to do. So I could wear a hat for 2 months, but I couldn't brush my teeth.
No washing, no brushing the teeth, no shampooing or deodorant.
Ooh, that's like a life of Matthew McConaughey.
Could you get your mustache?
I don't have a mustache.
Oh. It doesn't say shaving.
I'm going to go ahead and say no because...
I'm in.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in.
I feel grungy after like 2 days.
I'm in.
I'm not going to feel grungy when I got 30 G's in the bank.
But
The only thing I'm concerned about is like being at work, like like.
I work from home. Let's do it.
There you go.
I just quit my job. It would pay better.
Which would disturb you more? So you're in.
Yeah, I work from home. That's fine.
Yeah. And
It's really disgusting, but
that's
and in this day and age, they got like Uber Eats and stuff. I'll be Gucci.
yeah. You wouldn't have to leave.
My husband's encouraging this, just so you know.
Which would disturb you more?
Not brushing my teeth.
I know that's not the question.
Oh.
Which would disturb you more? Foregoing basic hygiene for months or having sex with a stranger? Hey, I didn't write this book. Don't look at me funny.
I obviously don't need to have sex with a stranger.
What said which one would disturb you more?
Oh, I would be more disturbed having sex with a stranger for sure. And you wouldn't?
No, but
Okay.
that's just a weird question.
Yeah, I don't want to have. I haven't had sex with a stranger in 7 years, so.
Yeah, it's been like 4 at least. Okay. All right, Mama. While walking, you come upon a lost wallet containing $1,000. Would you return it if there was a name and address inside? Would you act differently if the person's photo ID showed a wealthy-looking young man or a frail-looking old woman? So you got a rich man-looking man and then a frail young old woman, $1,000, name and address.
Mm-hmm. So I would return it because I believe in all what you put out, you get back.
Yeah.
And I think even if the guy looks to be young and, what'd you say, put together or
A wealthy-looking young man.
Well, I mean, look like a wealthy young man. I mean, I'm just saying, like a picture.
Yeah.
And just because someone's older, that doesn't mean that they're, But if it's theirs, it's theirs. It's not really mine to decide if I'm going to keep
Plus, you can't really judge off a picture, right?
Right. I mean, I try to clean up for my DMV visit, and hopefully I look like someone that is doing pretty well in life.
Okay. No, hold on.
Oh.
If you lost your own purse or wallet, do you think there is much of a chance that someone would return it to you?
It depends on where I left
The
it.
location?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I can't say I've had anyone return anything I've ever lost before.
Didn't you get your cell phone back from the cab driver?
In Vegas?
Yeah. You did not get that back?
Which one?
Oh, it's happened more than once?
Yeah, but that wasn't his fault.
You didn't get either back?
I mean, Dad got his. We've lost a few there. They're in a warehouse for cabs somewhere. Not of his. The one we got back was not of his. Just this niceness. We paid
You
for him.
tipped him to get it back?
No, we paid and tipped, but that's not their fault. I've had them. They do remind me though, or I'd have lost more. So I can consider that a gift. Thank you, Vegas cab drivers. Thank you.
Is it Lindsay?
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay likes Vegas cab drivers.
Who doesn't?
They're assholes for sure.
Yeah.
Most of them are not nice.
All right, Justin.
Let's hear it.
Would you have one of your fingers removed surgically if it somehow guaranteed you immunity from all major diseases?
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. I'll take a finger. I'll take a
I
finger.
said all of your fingers.
No, I didn't.
I'm
Said
kidding.
one. I was like, whoa, hold on. I didn't say a hand. No, one finger, all diseases? Absolutely. It's like 1 in, 5 chance you get a disease in America
Which
now?
finger?
Shit, I don't care.
No,
What?
seriously, which finger?
Okay. Which finger? Was it the pinky that would be the least? I don't know. I don't want to lose a finger, but I guess the pinky. I don't know. Maybe
It's typically the wrong choice. You want to keep your thumb and your pinkies for equilibrium issues.
the ring finger. Is that not important?
The ring finger actually goes to your heart, so
You
I
gotta
wouldn't
keep
do that one.
You got to keep the bird, right?
Well, then your index finger it is.
Okay.
We literally just narrowed all of that down.
But I'm disease free, so what's
Yeah.
up, losers?
All right, Tone.
Okay.
Does a beautiful creature merit more compassion than an ugly one?
Okay, so by my standard, no, because my dog, she's so ugly that she's really cute. So sometimes she looks like a wild hyena, but if you catch her just in the right side, in the right look in her eyes, so if someone saw her, they might be like, she looks like the hyena of the Lion King. But if you really look past the hyena look, she's beautiful.
She was the runt, right?
Yeah.
Nobody
so
wanted her
I did, but
Cool.
yeah, she's
until you came along.
she's not nice either, so that doesn't help.
Her personality.
Do you injure yourself psychologically by destroying something you find beautiful?
Do I injure myself psychologically by destroying something I find beautiful? No. No.
Is there a meaningful difference between pulling the wings off an insect and stepping on it?
Yes. Because if I were going down, do I elaborate or? Because
more after it.
Oh, because, well, let me just say that, like, if someone was gonna, if I needed to go, I would rather them just stomp on me versus, like, cut my legs off. So I would, yeah.
Okay, this is a little dramatic, but how much would it take to induce you to rip the wings off a hummingbird or a dove?
Oh my God.
Shit. That's intense because we watch hummingbirds every night at the house now. They're our friends. We have them named, but and the doves too. We have a couple of feeders. So
What was the question? Was it money?
would I rip them off for money?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
No, it said I already. Oh wait, no.
Okay.
How much would it take to induce you to rip the wings off a hummingbird or dove? Not necessarily like monetary, I guess.
Well, the hummingbirds they're kind of jerks anyway, but I wouldn't rip their wings off because I think that Dad really likes them. But
That's the only reason.
maybe a dove, if I could maybe get
We were hoping for just like
A
we
couple-
wouldn't do it answer. You're like, well,
no, I'm saying like if
it's a Saturday.
if someone was like, we can give you like maybe for money.
Isn't doves like God's creature? Like it's- I thought you believed in karma. This isn't good.
I would take out a dove's wing for probably enough to set me and all my kids for life. I've done worse, so I would do it. Yep.
All right.
Final answer. Okay.
Dove's wings off.
For money. Just say, okay.
How big's the check?
It'd have to be enough to set my kids for life. But I would take that. But not the hummingbird, because they're so... We get so much out of them by watching them. Okay.
If anyone listens to this, go back. We're not buying this devil book. Losing
that's
limbs,
just being
taking
all-
wings off birds.
Nah, yeah. Okay. Is that what your question was for me earlier?
Was it really?
I really actually don't have many, so you should have just asked. Do you want me to ask you? Because it just popped. No. Okay. Okay. Here's a good one.
For those listening, some of the questions in here are pretty raunchy, right?
No,
Pretty
it was just how many sexual
dark.
partners have you had?
Oh gosh,
But Lindsay and I, out of respect.
that's always the hot topic, right? Everyone wants to count those. So.
I mean, I can easily answer
Yeah.
that. I'm sure Lindsay could too. So, but anyway,
Love is love, right?
I don't think love really has. Yeah. Well,
Let's.
we don't want to ask Dad that though. So, okay, Lindsay, this is your question. Okay. And Dad's asleep because he had the allergy thing. Or we'd ask him. No.
We would not ask him either, but
I would. Okay. So, Lindsay, for $50,000. Oh. I already know the answer. You wouldn't put. Would you put to sleep a healthy pet you love?
50's not a lot either.
No, that was a bad question. Can I ask another one? Is that okay?
Yeah, just you knew that one now, so don't. Yeah.
If you were enjoying a festive dinner at a friend's house and found a dead cockroach in your salad, okay, what would you do?
At a friend's house?
At a friend's house.
Festive.
And you were having a festive dinner and they planned it out and there was a dead cockroach in your salad. Like, literally, what would you do?
I think all my friends know me pretty well. I definitely wouldn't be quiet about that. I wouldn't say cause a scene, but it would definitely be known there was a dead cockroach in my salad. That's disgusting.
Yeah. I think the other people should know as well, I guess.
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you one.
It's my turn.
No, I want to ask you one.
I know.
Okay. A good friend pulls off a well-conceived practical joke.
Okay.
As only someone who really knows you could, and makes you look completely ridiculous. How would you react?
I don't know. That depends. I think it takes a lot to get me rattled. So
Let's say it's Bear that does a practical joke.
Okay.
And it makes you look like an idiot, just completely ridiculous. How would you react?
Excuse me. He's probably already done that. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty passive-aggressive person, so...
Passive-aggressive?
Yeah, definitely. So, Huh? Yeah. Whatever you do to me now, I'm like, I'll let you win right now, but I'll do something later. I don't have to get you back right now. Let me sit on it.
My child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. When you wonder where all these traits come from. But yeah, Lindsay's an instant person.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, let's take the high road, but let's catch them down the highway.
It goes in the mental Rolodex.
So I'd probably like, you got me. Hopefully it was funny. And, in about 6 months, I'll get you back.
Okay. One more question. There's a second one.
Okay.
Okay. So would it matter if you knew that they pulled the prank to make you see a side of yourself that you were blind to?
Would it matter? I mean,
So
I think I'm like, what?
So like if you're at a restaurant and they had the waiter or waitress be a jerk to you just to just to show you that you were impatient or something.
I'm pretty open-minded, so I think I could see that if they did that. And I probably wouldn't like it at first, but then maybe I'd come to terms and be like, all right, I get it.
You'd have 6 months. So
to wait, yes.
Okay.
When you grab it, like so rumbly. It's like,
sorry.
You're like really hard on it.
Sorry.
It's not your voice, it's your hands.
Sorry.
It's not a softball.
Your aggressive hand.
Oh God. Okay. You lit your eyes lit up, so I'll go with it. But gosh, some of these are rough, man. I'm gonna do this one. I'm not gonna do that. All right. You become romantically involved with someone, but after a couple of years, realize you want out. What would you do if you were convinced that your lover would commit suicide if you left?
That's really rough.
That is rough.
Lover or spouse?
Lover.
So I'm married but have a lover, or just like in...
I don't know where the spouse came from. This just says lover.
Okay. That's really rough, but I also, at the end of the day, like if you want to be happy, then at the end of the day also, like, you can't have that on your mind, like, because you broke up for your happiness and that person decided that, made that decision, that shouldn't be on you, but it's easier said than done. You could, talk with them about it, and then obviously like try to seek help for them or something, or be there for them through that. But typically if they committed suicide due to that decision, they've already had some sort of mental health issues to begin with. So it shouldn't be something that you're like out of the blue, oh, they did that. But also, like, again, this is all easier said than done, but I don't think your happiness should be suspect to anyone else's. But also, that's really harsh to do and to have on your conscience as well. So I probably would not negate my happiness for that reason, only because of that, because you're not really helping them, you're still hindering them. But yeah, definitely easier said than done.
Okay. Good stuff. That's it. Mom, would you accept an inflation-adjusted lifetime stipend of $150,000 a year if it meant you could not earn or inherit any additional money?
Absolutely.
Okay. What would be the lowest such stipend that you would agree to? So, what? Not 150, but
Like $150,000 a year?
well, what would be the lowest you'd take to not earn any extra income? I know,
Like-
right? I feel like everyone's like, I'll take 150.
Okay.
So
if
like 75.
If I got that money, but I didn't get any of my inheritance from my rich relatives,
Nope, you couldn't earn inheritance. You could not earn money or inherit additional money.
$89,999.
Okay.
So I get that every year, and I didn't have to.
And you don't get anything else, but you get the 90 or the 89.99.
Okay. So it just comes to me free. I don't get work or get
It just says
inheritance.
you get a stipend. So.
Okay, make it 100. 100,000.
Okay.
Totally.
I think I do a lot less, but
What is it from the government?
y'all are asking way too many questions.
Yeah, if it's from the government.
All the questions have been asked. Now
Okay.
you provide the answers.
Okay, you want me to ask you?
You're just going hypotheticals now.
Yeah, but yeah, make it even 100.
Is that PayPal or check? I'm like, I don't know.
Cash at me?
Yeah. Is it Venmo'd on Sunday?
Yeah. Well, that's a good question, but
150? That's a no-brainer.
it depends on who it's coming out. Like
It's a stipend. It doesn't matter. Stipends. Whoop, you just put it in the bank. It doesn't matter who it came from.
kind of does,
You
because
don't need to name
if
it.
that agency loses funding or if the government shuts down, then your money.
I think why assume it's a government entity?
It's like if you had public assistance, like
A year.
in
Oh,
in
I
the
guess I didn't think
system,
about that. True.
and the system
True.
fails, then
Yeah.
if you're
Well, if you
totally
got a
dependent.
stipend, you probably earned it. They don't just hand that out. Probably 150 a year.
I got a stipend in college, and I definitely
You earned
Well-
it. You play. I mean, you were a college athlete. You kept your
no,
grades
I'm
up, so-
saying probably not to that degree, but I mean
Yeah.
it's. I don't have little kids in daycare and all that, so, but I would take the 100,000. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna ask Lindsay this one.
That's fair.
Okay. So, someone close to you. No. Yeah, I'm gonna ask her. So, let's say someone close to you will die in a few months unless you donate one of your kidneys to them. So let's do this after the pandemic, okay? Next year. If you knew that your chances of surviving the operation were excellent and that your life expectancy wouldn't be appreciably reduced, would you give the organ?
I would. But I am a different blood type than a lot of my relatives. I don't know if that matters, but
I don't know if that matters with the organ.
okay.
I don't.
It said relative, so what about a friend?
Depends on the friend.
All right, so what if the operation were risky?
If it were risky, I would still do that because I'm a kind person.
Okay, just to take it a step further, what if you could refuse without anyone knowing, or the person with the failing kidney didn't want you to make the sacrifice? So what if you could refuse without anyone knowing? So like if they said your friend, what's her face? Maddie or Abby or Bailey or whatever, they wouldn't know.
Bailey?
Huh?
Who's Bailey?
Bailey? Okay. Well, you probably know one. So, but what if they didn't know? Or they didn't want you to make the sacrifice?
Well, if they didn't want me to make the sacrifice, that's their problem. But
True.
if I could refuse and they not know,
Wow.
I've got some people I've got grudges against, so yeah, if it came to that, it came to that, but I would probably do it anyways. But just know, if you're on that list, rejection might be coming, and now you know.
Okay. Justin?
Bailey, I hope you don't listen to Remember Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey, tune out.
Ooh.
Okay, let me do Justin.
Maddie, you ain't getting no kidney, girl.
Oh. God,
I like it.
This
Let's hear it.
is. Okay, I'm going to go with it because it's not about money. Okay. Under what circumstances, if any, Justin,
Okay.
would you want to watch a public execution in person?
I don't know that I really desire to see anyone die. I mean, even if it was someone that hurt someone that I knew or loved, I don't think it makes it any better. Like they're gonna die. So, I mean, of course, I never really had someone close to me. I've never been in that situation, I guess. So, I don't think, as it stands, I have any desire to see anyone be executed.
What about a graphic video of it posted online? So,
Same thing.
let's say if you knew someone that.
I watched this Saddam Hussein one.
What if you knew someone that was being executed for murdering someone that you cared about, and so would you want to watch that?
No,
Damn. Okay.
that I don't see any benefit in that. What do I gain from that?
I don't know. That's your answer. So.
I say no. I don't.
Okay.
The result is going to happen. It's not entertainment. It's not. And most time with executions, they don't. It's pretty short and sweet. They don't feel it. It's not like I don't get thrill on watching people get hurt.
But in Oklahoma, they don't have the cocktail right, so it really drags out.
Well, I think that guy probably deserved that, right? He
No, I
was a
think
pretty
they
bad
still are
guy,
using the
but-
same cocktail, but yeah.
But I mean, the guy it was the guy that supposedly or was found guilty of raping the kid, right?
Oh no, I meant in Oklahoma how they because we have one of the highest death penalty.
Execution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they had this cocktail that apparently was like
Yeah. I don't
pretty
wanna see that.
excruciating.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, it'd be tough to watch.
Even
I can't lie.
Yeah, even if you hurt someone that I love, like as long as you know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the death penalty is weird, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm out on that. I don't need to see it. So.
Yeah, there'd be a lot to watch
Yeah.
for that. I agree. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do? One more round of questions?
Yeah, let's
too?
do one more.
One more? Last one right here?
Yeah, because I could do the same one.
Okay, we'll do the last round of questions for everybody. And just to reiterate, this book is The Book of Questions by Gregory Stock, PhD. It's a little tiny pamphlet-looking book. I'm sure you could find it on Amazon, but...
Who's the publisher?
Gosh, let's see. Workman?
Okay.
Workman? Is that what it says? Yeah, look.
Could post a link.
I could post a link.
Yeah.
Workman Publishing out of New York. And you may not need any of the questions. We may have asked them. So. Or Lindsay will text you questions. Want to find out? Okay. Oh, that's one you asked earlier, Lindsay. About PD being ugly.
She's so pretty.
Okay.
Ugly. She's
Is this Lindsay?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Last round. If by sacrificing your life you could contribute so much to humanity that you'd be honored everywhere, would you? If so, what if you knew your sacrifice would go unrecognized and the credit would go to someone you detested?
Read the first part
One of
again.
those people you got grudges against.
But it helps them like humanity or like
If by sacrificing your life you could contribute so much to humanity that you'd be honored everywhere, would you? If so, what if you knew your sacrifices would go unrecognized and the credit would go to someone you detested?
I don't necessarily care about the credit aspect. I could care less about getting credit for that, but
Credit to someone you did not like.
That's a long list of people.
I know it is. They get your glory.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it raises awareness for the cause that I'm obviously about, then, I mean, I'm dead. What does it matter? So I'm not here to learn about it. But
it's not just dead. It's sacrifice. You give up your life in order for that to happen.
Like freedom of
Yeah.
animals. Or
It's not like you do it and then you die and there's water.
it's like freedom of...
But at the end of the day, though, the rights of the people, the rights of the animals and the things that I preach about still get noticed and recognized, and they
Yes,
still,
but
then that's all that matters.
You gave it up for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You would... A sacrifice means like you're like, I die for this, but someone who doesn't care about animals, like, what's her name? Sarah or she does, but like if it was just someone attached to that.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's that?
She does care about animals.
She does the...
Okay.
I'm not saying she doesn't care about them, but I'm saying someone like that, for example.
Yeah.
So
But
you
at the
would...
end of the day, it's still like your sacrifice is still being made because the animals are still getting saved.
So much. Okay. Well, let's go back here.
Okay.
Do you think your decision would change if you were older or younger than you are now? So like
Probably yes if I was younger, because I was a lot more naive back then. I could save the world back then. You can't save everything. But now, like now that I'm older, like the more you say and the more you do, the more you sound like a crazy animal person. So like, yeah. I don't know. To me, it'd be worth it because animals would still like conservation would still be recognized. People would still somewhat care about animals. Not a lot of people do, but I still think, I mean, that's just what I'm about. I think everyone that knows me knows I love animals. So yeah.
except for the cow that you would slaughter, right?
I didn't say I would slaughter it.
Oh no, you did. You said you would
Yeah.
just eat it. Okay.
Watch your next few words.
Oh gosh.
I would eat it, but I have no desire to kill an animal.
Well, so the answer is, do you think your decision would change if you were older or younger than you are now?
I would say younger because I was naive. Like I didn't really, the realization of what goes on with animals and how careless people are. Like you can give away an animal on Facebook. You can't give away a kid on Facebook. Some people will pay high price for kids, but people just,
Yeah, kids go for thousands instead. So.
yeah. Shout out Wayfair.
There's like a Wayfair conspiracy theory.
Yeah, there were people saying people were selling cabinets for thousands of dollars for kids. Yeah, it was
it's
weird.
Like this whole deep thing. I don't know. It
Yeah.
looks real weird. I don't know.
Communist News Network told me that.
But let's go to Mom's question. So
If we have time, can we talk about the Free Britney movement?
no,
Okay.
I hate to sound like such a principal. I'm like no, but if you want to talk about the Britney movie, you
I
can,
just want to say, Brittany, if you're out there and you need help,
Brittany, if you're listening to my podcast,
I don't
please
know what
text
my
me.
Instagram is. It's like
Yeah.
my name is Toni Hale. So if you Instagram me, I will come get you in Cali.
Yeah, there's a conspiracy theory, another conspiracy theory that Britney Spears is being like held
Trafficked.
under control, trafficked, and
Yeah,
I guess her
she's-
Instagram's pretty weird.
I-
But yeah, if she listens to this, hit the DMs
Brittany?
or your dad or whoever's
No,
controlling
it's her sister.
your sister.
I actually could talk about this for a whole podcast, but what I'm
Let's
saying
save
is
that for another
Brittany
one.
Jean, I get you.
Is that really her middle name? No, it's not.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Is it?
Yeah, Brittany
Okay,
Jean Spears.
interesting. All right.
Anyway, if
If you're in,
yeah, there's something going on, I can tell. DM me. What's my username? TonyTime72 at
Let's-
Instagram.com.
would you rather be given Would you rather be given $25,000 for your own use, or wait, excuse me.
Okay.
Would you rather be given $25,000 for your own use or $250,000 to give anonymously to strangers? What if you could either keep $5 million or give away $50 million?
Okay. 50 million to strangers.
Yep, keep 5 or give away 50.
I'm going to be really super selfish here.
That's fine.
Normally, like the first one, like if I could just, someone said, here's this little bit of money.
Well,
or
the first one is give 25 or keep 25 or give 250. So
yeah. So with that one, I would probably just be like, I'd rather just give
the
that than
250.
keep that. But when you put me up at $5 million
Yeah.
versus 50, I would probably take that because there's 5 of us. Take that $5 million.
Yeah.
Not you, Lindsay, but the other 5. But I would probably take that, and I could make it more to give than what I could just give out. So, and I would probably buy a beach house too.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think I would answer that.
Yeah.
Just like you did,
So depends on how much. Let me ask you the last one, Justin.
Okay.
How about that? So, and thank you for including me in your podcast.
You're welcome, Mama.
Never been on a podcast before.
Lindsay didn't want to join us, but we made her.
And I'm really glad that Brittany's going to hear this, and I can
I hope so too.
help free her because whatever's going. Okay, this is kind of a dark one, but I would like to hear what your. Actually, both you guys all of us have to say about that, but Justin. So
this would be the final question you asked me.
Yeah, because this is sad. This is a final question for sure. What would your funeral be like if you died tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, I don't have a will yet, because you don't have one. But if I died tomorrow, I wouldn't really get to say so. So I think probably you two, Colton and Dad, would probably plan it. So you would answer that one. But if it was up to me, I guess.
What do you think it would be like if you died tomorrow? Who would you want to speak? And what would they say about you if they were being honest?
Oh, there's a lot. Okay. So what would I want it to be like? In my opinion, I would want it to be, celebration of life per se. I would want everyone to have a good time, and I don't know. I don't want a traditional funeral. I don't want it to be in a church, and I don't want to be in the casket.
No worries.
Yeah, I just want it to be like an event per se.
Yeah. And
then play like good music, and then maybe swap stories. Well, not me, but have everyone.
Who would you want to speak though?
I don't know.
Cody Bear.
I know Cody Bear would want to speak. He would be funny. He really would. He would bring the crowd up. Probably Colton. Probably Bear. Yeah, I'm sure you and Dad would want to talk. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it should be like, just a couple hours and be like, hey, just come tell a cool. Everyone rotate 5-minute stories, and then the family can go a little longer.
So what would we say about you, or what would they, if we're being honest?
I'm a cheapskate. I'm really lucky.
Oh.
I've had a dad bod forever.
No.
That's what these people would say. The funny people. Let's say I was nice.
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like.
Those are the big ones.
Lindsay.
Oh God, I don't know.
Those are the
Can she answer it?
Yeah. Go.
Okay.
Answer about him?
No, the same question. What would your funeral be like if you died tomorrow?
Honestly, like, my family's, like, kind of religious, so I feel like they'd make it, like, sad. Like your typical normal funeral.
For the record, I've never been to a funeral like the one I described, so it's obviously weird.
Yeah.
People say I'm odd, too, but yeah. This is pretty traditional.
Yeah. But then again, like, sometimes I think, like, I don't know where I would be buried, and I don't know if I want to be buried, but I would hope it would be, like, kind of like his, like, funny stories, I guess, like, remembering someone, not like, ooh, like sobbing the whole time. But I have a feeling it would be that way.
Who would speak? And what would they say about you?
Oh gosh, I would hope no one would speak.
I would say Alex.
Files?
I think she would be a good speaker.
Abby might.
Ooh, yeah, Abby. Alex.
Abigail.
Yeah.
Yeah. My father could not do that.
That's
my mom, definitely not. Yeah, no, I think just like Abby, maybe Files, I don't know. But then again, like, it's such a weird thing because I don't know. You never prepare for that, so I don't know, like.
You do eventually.
Well, you do, yeah, but not like tomorrow,
Hopefully.
But yeah, I don't know.
Were there a couple more on that questions, or was that it? Was there one at the end, or that's just it?
Just, do you care about having people mourn your death? And I think you guys both are pretty much on the same page about that.
I think if we're going to close it out, we have to hear what you would say, because I know you thought about it.
I have. So I've actually asked my friend Carolyn She's a preacher and also
A preacher, wow.
a PhD, and she's very theatrical.
Oh, we know.
We
were the first couple.
You were the first
married.
couple.
Now she's done like what?
She wanted. Oh, more than that. She's
Seriously?
a professional. Yeah. Yeah. No commish on
Where's
that.
my commish, Carolyn?
That's what I said. But I asked Carolyn if she would speak because Carolyn, despite all
The birthday
external
pregnancy.
appearances and that she does forget my birthday, she can keep her shit together. So, and I would like to keep it real because I'm not a, I think when I had ended up speaking at Granny's funeral, and I was like, it was the little details that mattered, and I would want her to speak about just little details of things that I do. So I would have her speak. I know I don't want a funeral. I don't want to go to a chapel or a church, or I would ideally like everyone to take whatever it would cost to fake me up. Just go to the beach and let Carolyn talk and make everyone feel better because she knows how to give you some liquid comfort, and maybe some margaritas on the beach and a good story. And I hope you guys roast the shit out of me. I think I deserve it. And then if you're I hope you are honest. Maybe not my kids, but I hope my friends are honest and my kids can be like, Mom was not such a prude.
Everyone can roast you and we can defend you.
No, you just believe it because it's true. But that's okay. But I think that and, to be honest, and I don't really want anyone. I guess people do cry though, so you can't.
Yeah,
like people are going to be sad. Like if I die tomorrow, like obviously if no one's sad. I don't want Dad moving on in 2 weeks. I do want that rule established on the air.
Okay.
And she better not be.
In depth here.
Let's see. What am I? 47. Okay. What? No. Whatever.
Okay. 41. My
no,
bad.
I'm just saying. I would want Dad to move on and have a good life, and all of us to. No one younger. I didn't say that.
No. That's a different topic. We continue to delve on.
I'm just saying, like, I want y'all to go on and be happy and just remember that we had fun times and good times.
I agree. That's good. I just want to say one day, Lindsay likes to ask the fun questions that people argue about typically, which we don't, but so we're done with the questions. That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
This isn't a question. That's the close
Okay.
out. Lindsay, God, where did they even come from? It's one of those fun questions, but she just said, if I died, would you get a new girlfriend or a new wife? And I said, yeah. I just said, yeah, I would. And she like lit up her face and she's like, oh my God, are you serious? And I was like, depending on when that happened, I don't want to be lonely, man. Like, I can't have some dude scratching my back at night. So
You could.
no, I can't. Wow.
So,
And I would expect the same if,
right.
unless you're older, like way older, like, I don't want you to be freaking lonely. And I love these dogs and I love these cats who, but they're not scratching my back. No, I can't go to dinner with them. It's not the same. So I hope you would move on and recover. And I hope the same for me. So
I see, because I always tell Dad, and he's asleep right now, so this is, but I always tell him, you better not, but in all honesty, I would want my kids and all of you to embrace someone that you felt comfortable, because, I don't want him to be
now there are some people
alone.
Who, yeah.
I mean, in if he wants to be with someone, that's great. But if she's shady, Lindsay can vet her.
14 days later.
Yeah, Lindsay will take care of it. So I don't even have to worry about that. Yeah. If Lindsay gives the approval, then we're good.
Yeah, I just don't want anyone to be lonely. Seriously, that's why I'm like.
But if Dad acts bad, he can be lonely. So Lindsay's got it all on her.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Closing it out morbidly, but I think that's it. Unless you have anything else, no more Brittany plugs.
Call me Brittany Jean.
Shout out to what do you like now? What is it?
Oh,
Corona Seltzer.
Oh.
Tell if you're a middle-aged woman,
If you're a middle-aged woman,
trying to watch her. Oh,
figure Corona
Yeah,
Seltzer.
so
This is
is this a plug? Can I get a?
We're not getting any money for this, but it's just to help.
But I
people.
might. Okay, so.
Let's make it quick though.
Okay, so if you are trying to watch your carbs and your sugars, I do like the Truly seltzers, obviously, and I like the White Claw seltzers, and I do also like the Bud Light since Post Malone did them. However, the Corona hard seltzers, although they're high in sodium, they don't have any fat, carb, or oh wait, maybe they do have sugar.
A little bit of sugar.
Oh well, That was a seller. No fat and no carbs. No protein either. So anyway, that's my plug. That's my plug.
Sponsor us. That's it, guys.
That's it.
Peace.